can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. I know I did not post anything earlier this week, and I'm hoping to get this video up. Today's Thursday, so I'm hoping to get this video up tonight. But I've been busy cleaning my workstation, my desks and everything. I've been cleaning it out, taking down Lego sets that I have up there, putting those away. I'm kind of tired of looking at. Well, I never get tired of Legos, really. You see, if you watch my Gem Flipper channel, you'll see I just picked up Legos again today. So, I mean, I can't stop. I cannot not stop buying Legos. I know, I think I probably said that wrong. However, I'm rearranging everything on my desk over there. And the main thing, and I'll probably pop a picture up over here, my computer, I've had this big, it was an older Cooler Master case. Cooler Master, they make cases for PCs. I've been making them for years, and I've been a fan of Cooler Master PCs for a very long Cooler Master cases for a very long time. And I had this really kind of large square one. It was very easy to work in, very nice open air type of case, and I've been using it for a while. But it's just a big black box that's been sitting on my desk, and I was like, I need something. First of all, when you're a computer builder, when you've been building computers for so long, you get the itch to like, man, I need to build a computer. And I haven't built a computer in a little while. So I was like, you know what? I want to rebuild my main computer. Well, I want to upgrade it eventually. I don't usually, as far as the components go, like the motherboard, CPU, graphics card, I probably won't be upgrading those until next year. But at least I need to upgrade the cooling. I need to upgrade the power supply on that. And it's just something I've been putting off. It works perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong. It works perfectly fine. But I know I need to upgrade it for the type of CPU I have, as well as when I upgraded the CPU recently, I didn't upgrade it to a more power, one top of the line CPUs. And I did not upgrade the power supply. It's going to need more power. I mean, I think it's fine with what I have, but I would like to have a little more headroom, just in case. You never know. When things spike, demands a little bit more power. I would like to have a power supply that can provide it. So, otherwise, so I rebuilt all that in a nice, cool, open case, completely open case. Well, it has like a glass panel that goes in front. Like I said, you'll see in the picture here. But it's a nice open case, really cool. A little more artistic, a little more suits my style, I think, as far as computing goes. And my other computer, I have another computer right, kind of close to that one, which is also like my test bed computer, but I also use it for, watching videos and stuff like that as well too. But it's a completely open platform test bed where I would use to test components and stuff on. And then the other one is now similar, but cooler, I think, in my opinion. Otherwise, okay. All that to say, I've been pretty busy this week, so that was one of my projects this week. And so I'll just concentrate on the main channel, make sure I have videos for that up and running. So, back to this channel, though. We're going to talk about really quick the negativity towards resellers, as well as we'll look at some what solds. And the negativity part, because I've been watching some videos as of late, they've been recommended, and people are just saying, resellers are evil. How can you rip people off? How can you buy? You buy low and then sell high, and then you're cheating. The people you're buying from, you're cheating your customers. You're taking away from a hobby. And so it's like, wow. Like, okay. So first and foremost, I believe there are a few reasons why people make these types of videos. Number one, and it gets the most attention. It gets the most attention on YouTube, in my opinion, and it gets a lot of views, a lot of viewership, and that's what people want here on YouTube: more views. So you're gonna concentrate on topics that get you more views. The other one that's kind of hard to say if it's true or not is jealousy. They're just jealous of other people and what they've achieved. Whether they want to admit it or not, it could be an underlying. There could be an underlying issue there in regards to jealousy. And then the other thing could also be that They're just not educated in what, not just necessarily resellers do, but just in the, what it takes to sell items. Because, yes, we resell. We buy old items and we take them and we sell them again. But it's not to say that those items haven't been sold before when they were brand new. When people, are purchasing items, sometimes they're changing hands 3 or 4 times. Maybe they're not worn, but like clothing, maybe they're not worn, but they're changing hands several times. And one of the biggest complaints that I get out of these is that how can you pay so, you're paying so little and then you're making so much more, on that product. Well, first and foremost, this isn't a reseller thing. Buy low, sell high. You hear it in stock trading, buy low, sell high. You hear, it's in, retail stores. They don't buy everything they're not going to sell a, pair of pants for $20, but yet their buy cost is $20. They're going to lose money on that every time. Their buy cost isn't even $18 because they will still lose money on that. Their buy cost is lower than that. Some businesses, their margin that the margin is, a lot smaller. Some of them it's a lot higher. A good example of someone that's a lot higher, but no one complains about it, is Apple. Apple makes an incredible amount of money on each iPhone they sell. The components, you can go on many websites, and I know a lot of people don't, but you can go on a lot of websites and you can see that, the components to make up an iPhone are generally around $100, somewhere between $100 to $200 for just the components, okay? Now, we're not talking about the time that went into designing it or anything like that. We're just talking about the components itself. Because that also, too, plays a role in what ultimately something costs, is how much R&D or research and development went into that. How much of the design of the product, went into that. Because that costs money. They're paying somebody to do that. And so, the components are... How much does iPhone? iPhones go for what? I think the lowest end is around $700 or so. $800 maybe. Some will go up to $1,000. That jump from 64 megabytes to let's say 128 megabytes, and then they charge an extra $100, $200. That's really just free money for Apple. That's not even because at the amount that they're buying memory at, it's a drop in the bucket. It's really nothing. It costs them really nothing to add more memory to that product, to that phone. But yet they can charge the end customer an extra $100, $200 for that. And people will pay. And people don't complain about it. Why are people complaining about Apple? Why are people complaining about resellers that are out there at garage sales, at flea markets, buying low and reselling for higher? Why are people complaining? Why aren't people complaining about Apple doing that? Think about it. The other company too, another company that is super aggressive at getting the lowest possible buy cost is Costco. If you have ever seen any of these videos on Costco and their buyers, the people that buy the products, or the people that will decide which products go into their stores, they are really aggressive at getting the best possible deal. They not only want low price, they want more quantity per whatever package. If it's cereal, they want 3 boxes of cereal together as one unit, and they want a low price on that, and they want to sell it for $8. Where you go into Target or anything like that, it's going to cost you $5 or $6 for one smaller box. But Costco is going to negotiate to get a larger box, and they want 3 of those boxes, and they want like 1/3 the price. So Costco is super aggressive. Why are these people that are angry with resellers, these other influencers or content creators, why are they angry with the reseller but not angry with Costco? They're doing the same exact thing as we are. And you can say, well, Costco's, they have necessities like toilet paper and all that. They do it with everything. Everything. They are super aggressive at trying to get the lowest possible cost and more quantity per unit. It's everywhere. It's not just in the reselling world. It's just, with the reselling world, or with resellers, people that, we're at garage sales and all that, it's just one person, usually just us, or maybe a small team. With Costco, who are you going to go after? The board of directors? You're going to go after the CEO and the rest of the officers in the company? There's not, how many people know who the CEO of Costco is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who the CEO of Apple is, and why aren't they going after him for gouging? They have billions and billions and billions of dollars in cash just sitting in the bank because they make so much on each iPhone sale. That's why they're so. Sometimes you can go in there and you can get a free iPhone. If your iPhone's totally broken and it's within warranty, that warranty too. That warranty is a pretty high cost, but yet compared to like if you break your iPhone, you take it in, they'll usually just give you another free one. Because you paid that warranty, so that's extra money you've been paying. You've already paid like 3 to 4 times what the actual iPhone is worth. And so, yeah, they'll be happy to give you a new iPhone. And then they'll say, well, that's your last iPhone you get. So they have to buy another one. So why isn't there hatred or anger towards those, towards standard retail? And why do people always say, go get a job, A job... So let me tell you something about reselling. And I've talked about this on my other channel. I think I talked about this here now recently. Reselling or just running your own business, trying to make money on your own, not going into a job is a lot harder, a lot more time consuming, and you put in way more hours. The easiest thing to do is to go get a job somewhere, work 9 to 5 or whatever hours, work 8 hours a day. At the end of the day, you're done. You go home, you relax, you don't have to think about it. You usually get a weekend of some sort, whether it's the actual weekend or whether it's a couple of days during the week. You get mandatory breaks, mandatory lunch. You get probably vacations, some vacation time. You get, paid during sick time. Here, when you're doing this, you don't get any of that. There is nothing. It's all on you. So basically, as someone who is trying to earn, I'm gonna say, just someone who's trying to earn money outside of trying to get a 9 to 5 job, it's a lot of work, a lot of investment. You're basically just betting on yourself, and that's the hardest part. And you're usually working more, working a lot later, working whenever you can. Sometimes you take a break, sometimes you don't. A lot of my time is spent sourcing items on eBay, listing, shipping, going to the post office. Why do we do it? Because you can generally earn a lot more in a shorter amount of time. You can also you also have a lot more flexibility. There's an incredible amount of flexibility. My schedule doesn't really revolve around having to go into an office, so I can kind of work when I want to, and if I have to do school pickups, I can do school pickups. If I got doctor's appointments, anything like that going on during the day, I can go do those because I have the flexibility. I'm not stuck to a 9 to 5 job, even though that would be the easy money. I chose to go a harder route, but also a fun route as well too. It's also fun, and I enjoy it, and that's another thing too. Going into the office sometimes, I see these these little videos on Instagram, TikTok, and with people who are saying, yeah, we love being in traffic, we love being stuck in a little cubicle, we love pizza parties, all that other stuff, and those are all aspects of going into a job. And some people don't like it, some people like it, some people don't. And I liked my job at the hospital. I really did enjoy it, but post pandemic, it wasn't enjoyable anymore. I was getting too stressed out. And so, I already had this on the back burner, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's just switch sides. And now we do this full time. So those are my thoughts, my opinions. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. But let's get over to the what's sold. Okay, we got 6 items. Cool, unique, I hope. I hope these are items you guys haven't seen before. Well, there might be one here you definitely saw before, and others I've talked about probably, but they are cool, unique items that you should be on the lookout for, and items that don't necessarily have probably a sell-through rate at all, or it might not even look like they have a great sell-through rate, but they do sell. And I'll discuss which ones too as well, because some of these might be ones you should be picking up. Let's go over it right now. We'll go over one by one here. First of all, IKEA glasses. And I think I did my finger twice. IKEA glasses. Now, IKEA, I stopped buying IKEA lights. They haven't been doing very well at all, so I stopped buying those. However, I have picked up brand new clear glass IKEA cups before, and they did really well. Here was another set. These were glass, although they didn't feel... They weren't good glass at all. Very cheap, very much like plastic almost. Like a very thick plastic, but they were glass. I broke one, which was kind of annoying, but I still sold this set here for $54. IKEA Gunnell, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it was like a fused glass. There were, I think, 5, if I'm counting correctly, 5 blue and 1 green. And they did really well. They even had quite a bit of hard water staining, which I couldn't get out. I tried at one attempt, and I was like, it's not coming out. And yeah, I just sold it as is. I just made sure to take great pictures, up-close pictures of them, so that way people were aware. And I did note that in the description as well, too. And it still sold for $54 for this set of 6. There are 6 in there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, there's 7. There's a set of 7 of them. There's only 1 green, though. A set of 7 for $54. These are very easy to ship. You know, I put them in a little bit of an oversized box just because one of them was going to have to go on top of the other. So I put it in a 12 by 10 by 10, but just going to wrap up in bubble wrap. You know, they went really nice. One of them, like I said, did break, and it was just like I was put the bag down on the ground, and all of a sudden I heard a I'm like, what? I didn't even put it down that hard. But one of them did. Maybe it was already compromised. Otherwise, $54. Great sale right there in set of glasses. IKEA glasses do really well still, as far as I am concerned. As far as I'm concerned, they're doing really well. The lights, no. I'm not picking up any more lights anymore. Okay, Jim Shore. Now, this is probably one of those that you should be aware of already, but Jim Shore usually does really well. The angels, especially when we're getting close to the end of the year, there's Halloween, there's Christmas ones. Look out for them. They do really well. They will usually be priced up because people are aware of Jim Shore. These were some cats, and there was a bunch of cats at a Goodwill. I didn't pick them all up because a lot of them were really just, it was too high. The buy cost was too high. Bought the ones that were lower and the ones that were around $5 to $8-ish. And don't know exactly what this one costs, but it's up for almost $27. So great sale. This was a small one too. It's actually not really that big. What did it say? Almost just over 3 inches. So went really well. Went in a poly bag. I definitely wrapped it 4 times in bubble wrap before I put it in the actual poly bag, and that should be fine. They are resin, but they are still prone to chipping, so be cautious of that. Okay, the next item is a Les Sports sack, and you guys know I always pick up, well, not always, depending upon the price, I will pick up a Les Sports sack. This one here was just a little clutch. It wasn't a crossbody or anything like that. An accessory pack, the triple zipper, which is pretty classic Les Sports sack. And this one had Scotty dogs on it, so I priced it up, and it went for $27. Just a little accessory Les Sports sack. This just goes in a poly bag. Really great item. Look out for the sports sack. Look out for the more unique ones. Floral isn't, I do sell floral for pretty good profit, but it's pretty common. So look out for the more uncommon patterns, dogs, cats, any of their collabs with Tokidoki or Disney do really, really, really well. Les Sports sack, you've heard me talk about it. Look out for it. Look out for these dog ones. I'm pretty sure this was super specific because it was a Scotty dog that it got that higher price. If it was just regular dogs or just a mixture of different dogs, I don't know if it would have gotten that high. I probably would have priced a little bit lower, but the fact that it was super specific, I think it found the right buyer, and we got a great price for that. Now, I think it was here on this channel I was talking about, okay, the next item. I got to make sure to say that, so I know where to put the pictures. I think it was on this channel where I was talking about anthropology mugs and how they just aren't doing that well. I'm not picking them up anymore. I picked this up just recently, and it sold $29.70. Anthropology pretzel dog. It's a cool mug. When I picked it up, I was like, it's really nice. It's well made. And it sold. It sold rapidly. It sold within about 2 days of me picking it up. And it sold for a great price. Almost $30 for a mug. And, mugs always go, right now, with the current USPS rates, the shipping cost is going to be on average around $9. And so, someone paid it. Someone paid like $35, to get this mug. It's a great mug. Oh, I think this mug was going to Canada as well too. So there's no takebacks on this when it goes international, even just north of the border. This one here I really liked. Again, no sell-through rate on this at all. We found this at the Goodwill. It's a stoneware, and stoneware is just a more rustic, more rough type of pottery. You'll feel it. It'll just feel very rough, very like sandpaper-ish. And this was really cool. Just Southwestern art, no name, no sign, no nothing on it, and we still sold it for $61.06. Just a great piece. This was actually it went in an 8x8x8 box, so it wasn't too crazy to ship either. We wrapped it a few times in bubble wrap. We got the packaging paper out and got it in the box, and it went really well. I mean, I'm always very excited, or it kind of justifies my eye. I'm always out there looking for cool, unique items to resell. And whenever I sell something like this and it's a great selling price, we're making great profit on it, I'm like, okay, it just justifies that. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing here. I could pick up items that, that don't need any research. I can just rely on my own skill, I guess, So really cool item. There was no, like I said, when I do research, I'm pretty much just looking to see what I can sell something for. What's the current going rate for that item? And this one had nothing to go on, nothing, no Google image search, nothing. So I was like, all right, let's just do it. And sure enough, the gamble paid off. Another gamble, because okay, the next item. And another gamble was Bagolini. I kind of stopped picking up Bagolini last year. It wasn't doing as well. I sold through all of them. And then, I was seeing online, I was seeing people picking up Bagolini now, and they were going for a decent profit. I still wasn't seeing that profit or what they were going for. I was doing my research. I was like, you know what, Bagolini isn't really going for as much as people saying it's selling for. What's going on here? But we picked this one up. It was brand new with tags. It was really nice. Had a little accessory with it as well, too. And took a little over 3 months to sell this item, but it did sell for almost $60. So I don't know if I would necessarily recommend Bagolini. Maybe brand new, but then again, it doesn't really sell that fast. Maybe if I listed it lower, it might have gone sooner. I don't know, but I have best offer on everything, so someone's always, I'm always, entertaining offers. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily recommend Bagolini. I know a lot of other people were earlier this year picking up Bagolini like crazy, and I was seeing it everywhere. People were like, get Bagolini. But I didn't see the numbers that these other people were seeing. So maybe, I know a lot of YouTube resellers say, I'm not successful necessarily because of my audience. These aren't all viewer sales, but, based on my experience and based on people I know that buy from people, that they're not going to necessarily know if someone that watches them is buying from them unless they physically tell them in a message, hey, I'm a viewer of yours and I'm buying from you. I'm pretty sure they're getting a lot more sales from people that view their content, and more power to them. I hope they get more sales from that, because they develop their community. They develop this customer base. They're advertising every time they go on YouTube, and they're advertising their products, and they're getting sales because of it. It's just another form of advertisement, another way to get sales. Otherwise, don't be mad at resellers, and catch you in the next video.